Hey there. We are going to get some messages. All right. And these are going to be by zodiac sign. So we're going to start with Aries first. Okay. And I was guided to this deck, so we're going to use this. See if we can get you some advice. So Aries. All right, let's call on our angels, saints, ancestors, and spirit guides into our space for divine messages for our highest and greatest good. We're surrounded in divine white light and love. So it is, and so it will be. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Aries. Telling white lies. False accusations. Romantic sabotage. All right. Sticks and stones. All right, so someone's sugarcoating something. Somebody wanted to like band-aid it, to cover it up. Some sort of like potential wound. Someone bends the truth. They alter reality and they try to like avoid hurt feelings. Then we have false accusations. It says groundless or untrue claims. Attempt to damage reputation. Wrongly blamed or judged. And then we have romantic sabotage. Unresolved personal issues or fear of intimacy. Outside involvement. Actions that undermine someone's connection or the connection. And then I have sticks and stones. Physically abusive, wants to fight, uses their fists, defensive, anger issues, and won't back down. Okay. Okay, sexual attraction. Electric chemistry, can't get enough of one another physically, too hot to handle the attraction. It's almost like this is like a romantic dynamic that's really playing out here. I feel like somebody could be holding on to like, I'm getting like ammunition, like to the sense of like someone has something that they want to like release. All right. Someone's really defensive here. There's unresolved personal issues here. It's almost like someone was undermining the connection that they had. I feel like it was like a sexual thing primarily. Someone may have tried to like bend the truth, okay, about something. Almost like someone's like saying like, oh, that looks good on you, but it doesn't. It's like this snide, snarkery type energy. Yeah. Family secrets came out. Aries. This is talking about unspoken truths within the family, embarrassing matters, concealed family secrets, as well as protecting reputation. So that could have been a concern, is that like, you know, someone wanted to protect the family's reputation. And I'm getting like somebody made false accusations which threatened someone's reputation. And as a result of that, like there's like this whole sabotage, okay, that happened with this dynamic, and someone is angry and they won't back down. There is this like reliving things, the nostalgia, maybe remembering the good times. Maybe they're a bit stuck in the past and they're having a hard time moving on, like it's preventing their growth. Okay, so this could be you, or this could be someone you're dealing with. Someone's only remembering the good memories and they're not remembering the bad. So there's a bit of like rose-colored glasses here. Yeah, and it's a manipulative X. So this should be like ding, ding, ding for you. Old flame is trying to stir up trouble. Tries to control someone's emotions in like a manipulative way. Underhanded ways. Okay, and then we have fake checks. So there could have been like fraudulent means here. A scammer appears as opportunities but conceals harmful intentions. Fool's gold and pretends to have money. Okay, someone might be observed now as like they're a manipulative ex and they're fake. Like whatever persona, or they're into some sort of like, yeah, scamming. Someone's being seen as a scammer or has harmful intentions. They're manipulative. The next card out says barf bags. Look at it. It actually says air sickness bag on here. Feeling nauseous, anxious. Something is making you upset, but you're unsure what it is. Oof. It could be Collective's epic comeback as a Phoenix rising. Could be that. That could be making them want to throw up. Your bounce back is stronger after a setback, right? Nothing is holding you down. Phoenix rising. Yeah. Yeah, you're making like someone feel oof. Sick. Yeah, and there's even like jealous colleagues here. Not only was there romantic sabotage, there was project sabotage. Like ganging up on somebody. Undermining success, claiming credit, even maybe taking it to human resources. All right, so there's even that. Okay. I feel like someone could have taken credit for your work, overshadowed or displaced, right? Recognition given to someone else, or just like, you know, someone having to always be the one that does everything, the one who always gets all the credit, the one who, like, you know, has to one-up everybody, doesn't give anybody else an opportunity. I feel like there could be somebody on your work team that does that, or there could be someone who, you know, just has it out for you. I'm getting a bit of like, again, like romantic sabotage and outside involvement. Okay, that's the energy I'm getting with this. And then there's this power play. Look at this. Someone's like wanting to play chess. Strategic actions, asserting control, manipulation, upper hand, and withholding information. Yeah. See, this is some BS. Listen, you smelt it. Right? You smelt it. What's that saying? If you smelt it, you dealt it. Oh, I feel like someone is stepping in their own shit right now. Look at fake apologies. Yeah. Apologizing to keep the peace. No remorse or guilt. Actions have not changed. Same old attitude. Yeah. Someone wants to do something as like a power move. Okay, there's also generational karma, behaviors, experiences, and unresolved issues being passed down through family lines. And then I have affecting the descendants. Yeah. And then we have unshakable love. Deep-rooted affection that grows stronger with time. Unwavering affection, steady and resilient. Wow, Aries, you got a lot going on. That's awesome, though. I mean, I feel like you feel the opposition, right? You understand that, like, you can't get involved in this, right? This is like going and jumping into the ball pit and not being able to get out of the ball pit because you're not like a young duckling anymore, right? It's like if my ass goes into a ball pit, someone's gonna have to come get me out. It's like that. Like, you know that, like, this is not your game to play. I feel like someone's trying to play a game with you, and you know that you don't play these games, or at least you're like catching on to someone's games. Maybe you're starting to see like things come to the surface, and, you know, people are showing themselves. All right. And I feel like you're putting all the pieces together too, right? Like, you could be seeing things play out a certain kind of way. You may be a few steps ahead. All right. You may have a very strategic mindset. You may also realize like people are fake and you see right through them. You understand that there are behavior and experiences playing out here as it relates to generational karma and how it's been passed down through family lines. You also know that you deserve the kind of love that transcends time and space. And this is something coming in for you. This is deeply rooted. And it will have unwavering affection, unlike maybe what this was like before. This was like come and go, right? Sexual attraction versus unshakable love. Very different. Very different. All right. Well, that's what I have for Aries. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's see. We're going to do Taurus. Taurus next. Okay. Okay. Taurus. Bridges to the future, building connections now that will benefit you in the future. Setting goals to accomplish later. Okay, so you could be working on something and you're starting to navigate that. There could be some unsolicited advice, people offering advice you didn't ask for, people butting in. Someone might get involved that doesn't need to be involved. Intrusive or unwelcome. All right, so you might have a bit of a personality conflict with somebody, maybe butting their nose in where it doesn't belong, and it might be unsolicited advice, and it could actually have something to do with a family, someone in your family. There's a dirty little sequit playing out. Sequit, like a rabbit. Shameful or embarrassing info that comes. Okay. Ooh. I'm seeing this dirty sink. So it's like shameful or embarrassing info that someone goes to great lengths to cover up. Damaging and immoral. And then we have a family feud after that. Family issues, internal fighting within, issues stemming from childhood, prolonged conflict. Okay. There we go. There's that card. Alrighty. Setting goals to accomplish later is what they're highlighting for me. We have a digital detox, finding peace away from screens, unplugging from the matrix, clearing your mental clutter. This could be like really taking a step back. We have Rise, a message in the stars. Look at that. So you can connect and get this beautiful message. Feeling connected to the universe through astrology. See signs all around you. Taurus. Love that. What else for Taurus? There could have been like a regretful hookup here. Or there might be. I don't know. Heads up. A moth to a flame. Temporary high. Lasting low. Wish you never did it. Long-term ramifications. Bonds forged in fire. Strong connection built through shared struggles. Strong and resilient relationship. Supportive circle. Group of people who provide emotional, mental, or social support and a nurturing environment. Silent treatment. Emotional abuse, social rejection, or ostracism. Blackballing, intentional or unintentional. Could be from this supportive group. Someone in the supportive group. Maybe someone who tends to have a lot of advice. Is this related to this and this? Yeah. Face your fears. Transform your fear into power. Confront things that make you feel anxious, uncomfortable, or afraid. It takes two to tango. Both are at fault. No one person is innocent or guilty here. Two perpetrators, guilty parties. Someone could be faking sick, pretending to be sick to avoid responsibilities or obligations. A desire to escape without consequences. And then we have food tray. Things are separate, keeping things apart, not allowing different parts of life to intertwine. Okay, then. I feel like there's a difficulty when it comes to a relationship here, a partnership. Maybe someone got unsolicited advice. It may have led to a dirty little secret. There's like fights, okay, or some sort of like conflict here, chaos, drama. I feel like there might have been something someone did that they now regret, whatever that might be. There's something about a supportive circle here that, you know, that may be related to this in some way. Either you're looking for a supportive circle, or maybe you met through a supportive circle or network of some kind. All right, there is some sort of like silent treatment going on here, whether it's intentional or unintentional. I feel like there's a need to face fears, even if you're uncomfortable or afraid. And just so you know, it like takes two to tango, regardless of the context of that. People make choices. People choose for themselves, okay? Both are at fault. No one person is innocent or guilty here. And there is someone pretending to be sick to avoid any kind of consequences or responsibility. And I feel like someone is, you know, compartmentalizing something, and this could actually be like their lives. So they may have a bit of an interesting lifestyle, or I have broccoli, French fries, and like a burger with all the toppings. So it's kind of like an interesting mix, right? You don't normally have broccoli with your French fries and a burger. Like, so they're all very different, in other words. So this energy could be sick because there's an issue with their different parts of their life intertwining. Could be like a control thing here. Maybe having a hard time managing. There's 3 different areas of life it could represent. Something about the pick of the litter here. This talks about having choices, position of power, has the upper hand, selective, the best of the best, and the greatest of all. Okay, so there's like, and then there's effortless attraction, attracting positive things without trying, magnet pulling without force. People are drawn to you. Okay, Taurus. Okay, I'm just gonna bunch. Spiritual revolution, significant transformation in beliefs, visions, or consciousness on an individual or societal level. We also have domestic servant, overlooked contributions, essential support that might not be recognized or appreciated. And there actually could be some financial strains, because you're not meant to serve anybody, right? This is about you understanding your worth and value. And once you do that and you kind of like connect with your true self, okay, these financial strains will be released. Tight finances are causing stress too thin by burdens, difficult financial obligations. So there's something here that I feel is tied to something. It's like you're putting out the energy that you want to attract something and not really have to struggle for it, but you're feeling very much like you're in the struggle. And it's probably because of like, you're vibrationally not matching what you're trying to attract. Does that make sense? Yeah. Then at the bottom of the deck, it says gap year. And it talks about taking a break to figure out what you want, resting period, a timeout from reality. That might be just what you need, okay? So that you can kind of like go through this spiritual revolution, right? Yeah. So that's what I have for Taurus. All right. Interesting. All right, so next up is Gemini. Let me know what your sign is in the comments. Okay, leave your what's your zodiac sign. All right, so Geminis. What's the Geminis need to know? Let's see. Gemini. Bright future, optimistic outlook, Unseen burdens, carrying emotional weight that go unnoticed by others. There's pressure, feeling the weight of the world, a one-sided story even. Yeah. We have backseat lover. We have unshakable love. That ought to be good. Bubblegum phase. Nonchalant. Bonds forged in fire, built through shared struggles. Someone's a backseat lover and they don't feel acknowledged. There's a rising star. Someone's receiving recognition. Someone is going to F around and find out over here. You took a risk and pushed boundaries, and the consequences are playing out here. We have telling white lies. Okay. We have domestic servant, overlooking any contributions here, and a reputation. Someone's staying in a situation that no longer is beneficial. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, so bright future, optimistic outlook, hopeful, positive possibilities, future looks successful and promising. And then we have some burdens, right? Unseen, like you don't let everybody know, right? There could be a bit of that. Maybe the pressure that you have, carrying emotional weights that go unnoticed by others, pressures, feeling the weight of the world. So you could be going through a process of releasing, you know, that weight. Then there's this one-sided story playing out. Perspective from only one viewpoint. All right, so there's only like a perception here, not reality. Unfairness, and someone has been neglecting counter arguments. All right. And then there's, you hear my kitty? It's hungry time. Backseat lover, not fully acknowledged, on the sidelines, an afterthought, secret relationship, and it's been kept in the dark. There's this unshakable love, deep-rooted affection that grows stronger with time, unwavering affection, and steady and resilient. And then we have a bubblegum phase. There might have been like not caring anymore about this. Like it might have been like really hot and heavy and like unshakable, and now it's like nobody cares. It's nonchalant, blowing shit up and not giving enough, easily breakable, and a fragile ego. And then someone thought that they had bonds forged in fire. So there was a strong connection built through shared struggles, strong and resilient relationship. But then there's this rising star, recognition and praise for your hard work, quickly gaining status or success and moving upward. Then there's this, I took a risk and pushed the boundaries and experienced the consequences. Something went awry. Okay, there's this not the best idea and learning the hard way. And then telling white lies about it. That looks good on you. So someone could be like, they bend the truth. They sugarcoat things. There's a band-aid to cover the potential wound. They bend the truth, alters reality, and avoids hurt feelings. And then we have domestic servant, overlooked contributions, essential support that might not be recognized or appreciated. And then we have reputation beater, a positive reputation. Your name is spoken with respect and admiration. Others view you in a positive light. You have a favorable position. And then we have sunk cost fallacy. This talks about someone staying in a situation that no longer is beneficial, not admitting it's over, and holds on tight for nothing. And then we have some loyal fans. People are rooting for your success. They've got your back, cheering you on through thick and thin. And then the gap year is back. Taking a break, time to figure out what you want, resting period, and a time out from reality. Geminis, that's your message. All right, Cancer's next. Okay, domestic servant, overlooked contributions, essential support that might not be recognized or appreciated. Okay, there's this heroic nonsense, like someone thinks that they need to be the hero. Savior complex, trying to play hero but falling short. More talk, less action, not following through. And then we have toxic cycle. This talks about repetitive negative patterns in your life or relationship, difficulty to let go or cut off completely. Cancer. All right, fake checks. Someone may have written a fake check. Okay, scammer, appear as opportunities but conceal harmful intentions. So it's like someone tries to play the hero, but they have concealed their hidden ill will intentions. Fool's gold and pretends to have money. And it's a manipulative ex, Cancer energy. Old flame is trying to stir up trouble, tries to control someone's emotions in subtle and underhanded ways. Okay, sunk cost fallacy. We just got that one. Talks about stays in a situation that no longer serves them, not admitting that it's over. Okay, there's some sort of unexpected blessing here. A gift that keeps on giving, a surprise. It brings joy and abundance, positive outcomes, feeling grateful, filled with surprise and appreciation. Heart of gold. Someone with pure intentions shows their true colors. Exceptionally kind and generous. Very nice. Isolation in a crowd. Feeling disconnected despite being around people, feels alone, voice being lost or suppressed. We have candy shop. So much to choose from, but unsure what you want. Everything looks good. I'm getting like those are part of the repetitive patterns. Waning interest, right? Like all for the chase, all right? All for the passion. Relationship is losing its spark, fading flame, gradual loss of enthusiasm or commitment. Yeah. And then we have rigged. All right, look at this card, rigged. All right, unfair, manipulative to achieve a specific outcome. So someone feels like they were manipulated in a situation and they didn't receive the outcome that they desired because of dishonest or unethical behavior and a deceptive outcome. Next is unfinished business. Someone is left incomplete. Unresolved issues or emotions that linger. Story hasn't ended quite yet. Someone thinks there's unfinished business. Someone realizes they made a bad investment. Okay, and whatever they built is coming to ashes. Ashes. Instant family. Dating some of the children to build an immediate family with. Ready-made family structure. Yeah, someone's losing money, resources, or time as it relates to poor decisions. Someone wasn't thinking something through and they realized that they were wasting time. And there was something that played out here that was like an insta family. They thought there was unshakable love here. Deep-rooted affection that grows stronger with time. Unwavering affection, steady and resilient. Okay. Private photos and romantic sabotage. Away from sensitive eyes, secrets kept hidden, meaningful but private, only to a self or another. Someone thought this was unshakable love, but come to find out it was romantic sabotage. Unresolved personal issues or fear of intimacy, outside involvement, actions that undermine the connection. Yeah. This is a toxic cycle playing out here for this manipulative energy. Group of people who provide emotional, mental, or social support. Nurturing environment. There could have been a group that pretends that they support, but they really sabotaged something for somebody. And there's generational karma as a result of this. Behaviors, experiences, and unresolved issues being passed down through family lines, affecting the descendants. Okay, that would be the Cancer energy. Let's see what else we get. Let's switch. All right, next one is Leo. Good news travels. Something you've been waiting for arrives. Uplifting, positive info encourages and brings others together. Then it says someone's kicking someone to the curb. Kick rocks. Refusing to forgive and forget. Throwing someone in the trash. Leo, social climber. Prioritizing relationships based on the social advantage. Name dropping, needs to impress, and wants power. So that is someone who's being kicked to the curb. And maybe this is good news. Someone may have ignored the red flags, refusing to see the truth. There's making up excuses, blinded by love, and wears rose-colored glasses. All right. Okay, there's a drama detox playing out here, removing or distancing oneself from unnecessary conflicts, cleansing and purging negativity. Someone feels like they have influential connections, or they could come in contact with someone with influential connections. Meeting people who can help you grow. Someone will lend you a hand, a money or job opportunity. This could be that good news. Okay, there could be some sort of like password swooping or something. Okay, we're taking this one out. Something about a convenience store. Being available all the time. 24/7. No rest time. Restless energy. Feels the need to be there for others. Maybe you're needing the drama detox when it comes to that. Yeah, that's what they want to say. We have peaceful resolution here. Finding a calm and amicable solution to a conflict. Harmonious outcomes, cooperation, and respect. And then we have you still standing, like fierce. Not giving up, giving it all you got. Someone tried to break you. Nothing can break you. You're unstoppable. All right. So this is your time to rise, my friend. That's right. Dirty laundry, personal or embarrassing secrets coming out. Might harm someone's reputation and their sensitive matters. Okay, so there could be something coming out about somebody, or this could be you. I feel like it was something regarding ego. Someone operated from ego, a conflict between two really strong personalities, misunderstandings, a direct confrontation, and arguments. I feel like this is why you're being asked to stand your ground, speak your truth. And if you need to tell someone to go kick rocks, you tell them to go kick rocks. Okay? And you can remove yourself from the drama because it's your era. Look at this. This is some powerful, strong energy. Your time is here. End of struggle is near. You're going to rise up and stand in your power. Yeah. Right? Yeah, you could need a break. You could need a detox, right? Look at this, like, totally exhausted energy here. Toll of relentless work and stress takes effect. Exhausted by trying too much and too hard. Okay? What else? Anything else for our Leo? Let's get one. Okay. We have vibe check. Checking in to see if someone is legit or not. Making sure You're on the same level and good vibes only. And then you have a rumor mill, right? There's rumors about secrets spreading quickly, gossip spreading like wildfire. Too many people are in your business, right? So yeah, you don't trust people, right? I feel like there's a lot of drama, there's a lot of backbiting, there's a lot of social climbing going on, and you're like, if it's not for me, it's not for me, right? There's that tiger. I'm like getting eye of the tiger. It's like that motivated, like, you can do those steps, Rocky, you climb up those steps. Like, I do feel like you're going to be like telling people to buzz off, right? People are going to show themselves is what I'm saying here. You're going to see someone who like does a lot of name dropping, and they need to impress people. They care about like that kind of stuff. And you're going to be like, okay, like that's not genuine, right? That's somebody who wants to like always gain something. Not that like connections aren't important, they are, but I feel like there's money or a job opportunity here that's going to help you in the long run. It's going to help you grow. So that's pretty special. But yeah, get rid of, you know, any energy that doesn't need to be aligned with you anymore. It talks about heart-centered leadership. So maybe that is a qualification for you, for yourself, and for those that you work and partner with and who are in your circle. Because who's in our circle has influence. And so who you follow, who you engage with, who you have the banter with, like it goes outside of that connection, right? People, we're all interconnected. So you want to be really clear on attracting those who are heart-centric like you, especially in a position of influence or leadership. All right, so that's for Leo. Let's do Virgo. Okay, Virgo, winning streak here. Everything you touch turns to gold? Like what? Go Virgo. Unbroken chain of achievements. The shuffle. Your shuffle. Your shuffle game is on point. Throwing others off, actually. Keeping things fresh, evasive, mix and confuse others. There could be a bit of energy of like dealing with someone who's a bit underhanded. And then we have dodging the question here. Avoiding or evading direct question. Changes the subject, gaslights, avoids accountability. This is someone you're dealing with here. Yeah, there's some sort of like tragic comedy here. What's this? It's funny because it's so tragic. Preposterous. It makes you laugh. Laughing at your own pain because it's ridiculous. Okay. Someone wants to apologize, but it might be a little late. The time has passed to ask for forgiveness. Insincere apology. Damage has been done. There's some sort of like taboo attraction here. Hi, baby. I'll be out in a minute. Anybody top cat? Attracted to something or someone who's off limits. Forbidden love. Exciting but dangerous. Risky love. All right. So someone may have like gotten bitten by the snake. All right, yeah, we have sailing above the drama. We have a jealous ex coming out. All right, staying unbothered and keeping your peace. All right, sailing above that drama. Not getting involved no matter what they do. No matter how hard they try. This jealous ex, okay? Doesn't like seeing you move on or do better than them. Residual feelings, unable to move on. I feel like you've held your head very high, okay? Masculine, feminine. Face difficulties with pride, confidence, and dignity. Staying resilient through tough times. It is your era. It's your era, your era, your era. Your time is here. End of struggle is near. You're going to rise up and stand in your power. Interesting. And then we have shared vision. Yeah, I feel like somebody's wanting their queen and king, okay? So I feel like there could be manifesting this. Yeah, it says partnering with others who share your dreams, a sense of alignment, working together with a shared purpose. Yeah, there might have been like some sort of like distraction here, right? But it showed you what you do want, right? And that's where your heart's at. I feel like for Virgo, it talks about highly detailed capability. So, ooh, that's a lot. Okay, someone was a social climber, okay, and they were manipulative. They were jealous. They don't want you to move on without them because they, you know, they're a coattailer. They ride the coattails. I'm like, a coattailer? Prioritize relationships based on social advantage. Name drops, needs to impress, wants the power. Okay, but doesn't want to do the work to get there. All right. Oh, it's like all talk, no bite. Trust in the timing. There's divine timing with this. Everything is falling into place at the perfect moment, letting go of control, having patience and faith, Virgo. Anything else for the Virgo? Office romance. Shitting where you eat. Crossing boundaries, work conflicts, lost productivity, secrets and lies. Crossing the line. Pushing boundaries, taking things a little too far, in your face attitude and inappropriate. Then we have sneaky plans. Making plans behind your back, surprises, can't see coming, keeping quiet about their next moves. So there's somebody here that's like conniving. Hi, baby. I'll be out in a minute, okay? Social media shade, expressing disrespect or contempt, indirect or subtle insults, or criticism, scrutinizing somebody. Spark of creativity, sudden burst of inspiration, fresh idea, unexpected spark, new possibilities, innovative, ingenious creativity here. And then there's acts of kindness. Small gestures of love create big impacts, uplifting and supporting. Ripple effect that spreads hope. So someone wants to turn a really difficult situation into something beautiful, something creative, something that they learned from. Okay, that's amazing. You go, Virgo. Beautiful message for Virgo. All of you, actually. Pretty awesome. All right, so Libra is next. Let's see here. I'm using like this many cards, so there's a lot of cards to come out. It's like they want to keep going. I'm like, it'll be a very long video. Okay. Libra. Okay. Crossing the line. Someone's pushing boundaries. Someone's taking things too far. In your face attitude. Inappropriate. We also have like a frenzied follower. So like a bit of a troll, a stalker. Obsessively following a person, trend, or idea without question or considering consequences. A bit chaotic. So this is about boundaries. Okay, maybe a bit of calling your power back and your sovereignty here. All right, we have kissing and telling. Someone sharing private details to others, doesn't keep things confidential. A breach of trust. A boastful attitude. Correct change. Exchange is precise. Everything aligns seamlessly. Every piece fits into place without extra or missing parts. Maybe someone thought this was an exchange, but something went stale. Something was taken for granted. Someone felt trapped in a monotonous connection. They needed to add spark back into the connection. Okay, there's pop culture influence here. Allows pop culture to dictate or influence their reality. Creates a distorted view or perception of how the real world operates. I'm getting like someone could have like gaslit somebody and it was some sort of like, yeah, energy. You feel unstoppable and full of vitality. Easily tackles tasks, endless supply of vigor, lively and dynamic. So someone is like feeling spry, boundless energy after being out of this stale relationship. All right, so someone may have like really been a drain, right? Someone really pushed the envelope here, sealed their fate, you know what I mean? Yeah, and it's this jealous ex. All right, doesn't like seeing you move on or do better than them, residual feelings, and they're having, like, they're unable to move on. Maybe they did move on and now they want to come back, realizing like, oh, there's a DNA test. Password snooping, installs snooping equipment to track, looks through paperwork, watching carefully, eavesdropping. Okay. And then we have a DNA test. Feels suspicious about person's past or actions. Needs evidence to soothe their emotions. Someone's feeling like they can't trust whatever this person says. They may need evidence. They may need receipts. They may need proof. Or this is literally talking about a DNA test, some sort of testing. Yeah. Interesting. It says rerouted, like this is something that puts you on a different path or route, another way to get there, longer, but may be patient. Something is not meant for you. Okay. Fake applause, insincere, or forced expressions of approval. This is talking about like fake compliments and superficial support. Someone could be having like a fake profile here. All right. And they could be like wanting to get back in your energy here. But once they're in your energy, they can't maintain it. It's like there's a sensitive topic or issue that's controversial. Someone is playing games. All right. What's the advice here? I feel like your advice is to stay balanced. All right, not taking sides, balanced approach, seeing both sides and finding the middle ground here, if that's an option. Radiating confidence. Your inner light attracts success and admiration, positively affecting those around you. Okay, inspiring others. There's a sabotage at work here. All right, this is talking about deliberate or indirect actions that undermine career or reputation, creating obstacles in subtle actions. All right. And then we have a messy breakup. Separation characterized by conflict, not clean or straightforward, and lingering drama. I'm getting this has to do with work. Yeah. Bottom of the deck energy talks about espionage. A spy, a frenemy, finding out your secrets, using things against you, works for the other side and gains information. All right. Shady, shadow competitor, watching your every move, obsessed with what you're doing and secretly competing with you. There's a difference in backgrounds here with this energy, so it's causing misunderstandings and there's differing values and lifestyles. And then last but not least is this energy is a backstabber and a betrayer. And it's like you're feeling this energy, and this will be confirmation. Taking credit for your work, talking behind your back, and sabotaging someone's efforts. So, and this is not somebody who wants to change. This is repetitive. This would be a pattern. I feel like they leave a mess. So no matter how much you clean or scrub, the stain remains. You can't fix what refuses to change. I feel like there is an opportunity for growth here, golden opportunity, perfect change, or chance for growth. Potential to bring great benefit or success. So I feel like there's an opportunity for you to weigh your options here. and determine like, okay, if I really want to experience something different, then what within me do I need to change, right? Look at change, right? And having strong boundaries in order to do so. All right, so that was Libra. We're going to do Scorpio. Scorpio. Open 24/7. You're not a convenience store, right? You're not at everyone else's convenience, okay? You can't be available all the time. There's no rest. You could feel restless. You could feel the need to be there for others. There could be someone that is a mirrored soul to you, connecting with someone who reflects your true self, seeing yourself in someone else. There's a promoted step up in your career or personal life, advancement, growth, and recognition. Could be reaching a certain level of achievement. You also could be dealing with some revenge plot here going on. Unwilling to give up or throw in the towel, waiting for the right time and place, coming back stronger. We have through a spark of creativity, perhaps. This is talking about inspiration, a fresh idea, unexpected spark, new possibilities, and innovative, ingenious ideas. A public meltdown, okay? So this is someone being overwhelmed, an emotional breakdown in public setting, okay? Losing control, unfiltered, a display that catches attention. All right. Burnt bridges. Okay, so there could be some closing out of things. Ends a situation that makes it impossible to go back to. Point of no return and unforgivable acts. And then there's these false promises here. Commitments made without intention of keeping them. Disappointments and broken trust. So someone made a promise and they have betrayed it. There's inner peace, choosing inner peace. Finding tranquility and harmony within, a state of calm, acceptance, and emotional balance. It's like finding peace amongst the chaos. Crossing the line, yeah, someone pushed boundaries, someone's taking things a little too far. They're in your face kind of attitude and it's inappropriate. That's where they're asking for you not to respond in kind, but for you to choose peace. Okay, there's energy here that talks about things that are turning around. So something that might have been going bad is now going good. 180-degree turn, fixing things, making it right, returning home, moving on in a positive direction. And then there's someone who's very codependent, talking about someone who latches on too soon, doesn't give others any space, and wanting others to fix their issues. And then we have, you're so pretty, great job, amazing. And so you could be getting like fake compliments, something that you hear within earshot even. Maybe you hear something like snarky within earshot and someone wants a favor and it's an inauthentic comment. So maybe pay attention to those who are poking and prodding at you to get something from you, like some sort of response. They want a favor. There's a fight that lasts a long time, calm moments with small storms, bad situation that lasts a long time. All right, so there's judgment here, and they're like staring, okay? They're like gossip. Feeling judged by others, disapproval, social pressure, feelings of self-consciousness. And then we have something that's under maintenance, a ghost in the machine. Technology fails at the worst possible time. Printer is under maintenance, unseen forces. And then it has romantic rival. All right, so you could be dealing with somebody who wants your boo, or maybe this is this revenge plot situation, willing to fight to get what they want and they don't care about status. There's some sort of uninvited guest here. Pushes their way in, won't take no for an answer, refuses to let go, annoying and unwanted. Okay, Scorpio. Okay, we have somebody who is like going to take their power back and their throne and put on that crown. It's your time and it's here. There's an end of a struggle that's near. You're going to rise up and stand in your power, right? Because you're calling in someone who has a shared vision. partnering with others who share your dreams, sense of alignment, working together, and shared purpose. And there is some sort of peace offering here. And then there's also an I'm sorry. It's a bit too late. So that's what's happening for Scorpio. All right, let's see. Whoops. All right, we're doing Sagittarius next. Messed up my cards. There we go. All right, Sagittarius. Let's see here. Sagittarius. Sagittarius. One night stand. Temporary good times. Single sexual encounter. Non-committal. Hookup. Sexual gratification. Slow motion fights. A fight that lasts a long time. Calm moments with small storms. Bad situation that lasts a long time. Then there's a revenge plot. And this talks about I'm willing to give up or throw in the towel. Right? Someone could be very loud and messy. Waiting for the right time and place and wanting to come back stronger. All right, so there seems to be some conflict here. Yeah, I feel like someone is holding their head held high. Facing difficulties with pride, confidence, and dignity. Okay, you're staying resilient through tough times. Yeah, there's false promises here. Commitments made without intention or keeping them. Disappointments and broken trust. We have shadow competitor, and we have espionage. Espionage, look. A spy, a frenemy, finding out your secrets, using things against you. Okay, someone works for the other side to gain information, watching your every move, obsessed with what you're doing, secretly competing with you. Sagittarius. Solid foundations. Your hard work is paying off. Stability is here. Strong and reliable, long-lasting success. So staying focused and committed. All right. You could feel like nothing's going your way, like you're on some sort of losing streak. Maybe there's been a bit of like consecutive failures or setbacks and a downward momentum. I feel like you're realizing like your energy is also affected by what you're engaging in here. Maybe there's a bit of redirection, right? It may seem like an undesired path, but it might bring you exactly to where you're meant to be. Okay, so have faith and trust that what isn't for you will be removed. All right. So focus on solid foundations. There's something that's very insincere, okay? Fake even. Insincere or forced expressions of approval or appreciation. Fake compliments and superficial support. So anyone who's in this energy that's around you is going to affect you. So it's really important that like you choose your company wisely. Because this is like people competing, people wanting to sabotage, right? Disappointments and broken trust, unresolved drama. Look, questions remain unanswered, undecided. Mutual confusion, emotions beneath the surface. Look at, there's blood in the water. Future is like, okay, what is this? Right? Anxiety be about what's next, keeping you stuck, navigating through fog, lack of clear directions, and anxious. And then there's this taboo attraction here. Attracted to something or someone who's off limits. Forbidden love, exciting, but it's dangerous and it's risky love. Okay, so what's the advice? Let's Okay. Sagittarius. Trendsetter. Expansive. Goals. I feel like there's goals and we've abandoned them. Or there's a need to come back to a point where you can return back to these goals. Maybe there's a bit of letting your dreams gather dust and there's a need for change in priorities. Okay. Cashing in. It's about seizing the moment in a viral fame, investing, taking advantage of an opportunity in career advancement. So these goals are going to bring in your abundance, but you have to make changes in order for these to happen. And I feel like if there's drama here, I feel like it either needs to be resolved or you need to hold your head high and create boundaries for yourself and focus on a solid foundation here and return back to these goals that you've been trying to accomplish. Yeah. Emotional breakdown in a public setting. So this could, you know, be coming to a head. A display that catches attention, something unfiltered. And then there's a spark of creativity. Sudden burst of inspiration, fresh idea, unexpected spark, new possibilities, innovation. So this could be something that you've experienced that you could be using as a way to creatively express yourself. Maybe, yeah, it could have something to do with like someone who's clingy here. Wanting others to fix their issues here. Maybe this is a topic that you've learned a lot about and you can speak on it. Yeah, I feel like there's someone that wants to air dirty laundry here. So again, personal embarrassing secrets are coming out, sensitive matters, someone's reputation's at stake. I feel like there's a peaceful resolution here. Okay, and then to wrap it up, we have a golden opportunity. A perfect chance for growth, rare and highly valuable, potential to bring in great benefit or success. So I feel like you've got goals here that you've been trying to accomplish. And there could have been a bit of distraction here, but I feel like whatever this is, it's fuel for the fire, right? I feel like it's something that's going to help inspire some sort of creativity or something that you do that, you know, this all is part of. So maybe look at the silver lining and see how you might navigate it to not get sucked up into the drama. Because I feel like they would much like to keep you kind of held back, like restrained. Like my ability to communicate was a bit like almost feeling like I can't speak my truth. So maybe you've experienced something and you're overcoming like a bit of like throat chakra, confidence, courage, also in the solar plexus. So here and here and here. Sharing from a place of love, right? Very important. All right, we're going to do Capricorn next. And then that should be, we got two more after that. That's good. Capricorn, power couple, influential and dynamic pair. Ambitious partnership, the yin to your yang, significant impact, home run and hitting it out of the park. Grand slam, strength and power, and getting around safely if you're traveling. And this talks about success. We have financial windfall. Money is flowing to you effortlessly. Lottery win or huge money luck. Someone owes you. Nice. Capricorn. All right, what do we got? We got revenge plots coming out. Unwilling to give up or throw in the towel, waiting for the right time and place, and coming back stronger. And this is with your head held high. Face difficulties with pride, confidence, and dignity. Staying resilient through difficult times. We have make-believe, La La Land. Maybe a bit too idealistic. All right, make sure you have realistic expectations here. Someone could be conceding in a race, okay, or a debate, or accepting or acknowledging something reluctantly, almost willing to let go of one's stance and accept the situation. Because it can't be changed, right? There's some things that just are not There's some sort of clash of the ego. That's why. And so conflict between two very strong personalities. There's misunderstandings here. There's direct confrontation. All right. Or there's arguments. And so there could be a need to like hold your head held high. I don't know why I can't say that one. There's a messy breakup here. Separation characterized by conflict. It's not clean or straightforward. It feels like there's lingering dramas. A fight that lasts a long time. Okay. A bad situation that lasts a long time. I feel like everything is falling into divine timing here. Letting go of control and having patience and faith. And then we have boundless energy, vitality, endless supply of vigor. Ooh, there's a romantic rival here. Someone wants your boo, willing to fight to get what they want, doesn't care about status. Okay. But this is the end of the road for something, a relationship perhaps, or a project that's coming to an end. Nowhere else to go. It ends here. There's nothing left. Okay, and then we have sneaky plans. Making plans behind your back, surprises, can't see this coming, keeping quiet about next moves. All right, and one more piece of advice. All right, we have a frenzied follower, so there's somebody stalking, obsessively following a person, trend, or idea without question or considering the consequences, and it's like chaotic energy. And then I have sexcapades. Entanglements, romantic or sexual exploits, secret sex acts, unexpected fling, or forbidden. Okay, and is there something else for that? Okay, we're not done quite yet. Capricorn. See advice regarding that. It's almost like reactive abuse. Your hard work is paying off. Okay, stability is here, strong and reliable, and having long-lasting success. Revenge is your success, okay? Having confidence and dignity is success. Picking your battles is success. Social media shade, okay? So there's someone who's just like super shady, and there's someone who's playing the field. And then there's this virtual mask that they wear. So someone is very inauthentic, presenting a false self online, leading to, disconnection, faking it online. They buy followers and engagement, okay? And then there's this non-committal, keeping options open, desire for fun and variety energy. And someone's exploring choices. They could be expressing direct disrespect or contempt on social media. There could be subtle insight, insults or criticisms, and scrutinizing somebody. So this could be someone that, plays dirty. Could be this energy. Someone hides behind something that isn't even real. I'm getting like you're the real deal. It could be somebody who's dating your old person. You feel like you don't care. Whatever it is. You don't play that game. You're like, some things are worth fighting for and other things are not. I feel like there's a bit of that. Let's see. We're going to move on, and we're going to do, we have Aquarius and Pisces left, and that's it. You could be recognized as someone who's turned things around. All right, fixing things, making it right, someone wanting to return home, moving on in a positive direction. Then I have a backstabber and a betrayer. Taking credit for your work, talking behind your back, and sabotaging someone's efforts. And then I have kissing and telling. Sharing private details to others, don't keep things confidential, breach of trust, and a boastful attitude. We have unexpected compliment from someone. Positive remarks that catches you off guard. Spontaneous. Something coming from an unforeseen source. Aquarius. Independent, idealistic. We have conceding, acknowledging something, right, that isn't worth fighting for. Maybe thinking that this was a bit idealistic, right? We just talked about that. Acknowledging and accepting something reluctantly, willing to let go of one stance or accept a situation that cannot be changed. Betray. Someone was betrayed. Someone was in like La La Land or believing in the impossible here. And needing to like remove those rose-colored glasses here because it's not what someone believed. Someone could have been somebody that they don't even know because they portrayed to be something else. I feel like somebody's looking to travel here. There's some sort of achievement of dreams and ambitions and personal goals that are going to be met. And then we have flirting with danger, risky or potentially harmful behavior. So someone could be taking unnecessary risks, pushing boundaries. I feel like somebody understands the negative consequences here. There's some sort of like backstage drama playing out. I feel like you're in the place of peace here, or you're being asked to find peace within. I feel like this conflict that occurs behind the scenes, it's like hidden tensions, personal rivalries, and unspoken disagreements. And then we have inner peace. So finding tranquility and harmony is really important, as well as like acceptance and emotional balance. Yeah, I'm feeling like the backstabber could have been someone who was social climbing. I feel like you've handled the situation diplomatically, and then someone could be dodging any kind of questions because they don't want to take accountability. I feel like you're prioritizing relationships that, or I'm saying this person prioritized relationships that were based on like an advantage of some kind. They wanted power. I feel like you see things from both sides and are remaining neutral and diplomatic. I'm getting someone is changing the subject and gaslights. They avoid accountability. There could be like a public confrontation of some kind. This could happen online or found out in public. Openly addressing or confronting issues publicly. Airs out issues so others can witness, or something is intensified as a result of a public confrontation. And then we have social media shade, sexcapades, and solid foundations. Okay, so this could be what this confrontation is about. Someone is expressing disrespect or contempt, maybe even insults or criticisms, and scrutinizing somebody. Sexcapades, entanglements, romantic or sexual exploits, secret sex acts, unexpected flings, and forbidden. And then we have your hard work is paying off, stability is here, strong, reliable, long-lasting success. This is like that kissing and telling energy. Somebody wants to kiss and tell, and they could want to like do some sort of like almost like affect someone's reputation here. Like character assassination, if you will. I feel like there's peaceful resolution though. It's about finding a calm and amicable solution to conflict, because there is unresolved drama here. And this talks about like things still remain unanswered. There's something going on beneath the surface. There could be mutual confusion here. And so there's this like riffraff. But there is an opportunity to find cooperation and respect potentially. It's like coming to some sort of amends. Maybe there's a bit of like uncertainty here. Undecidedness, mutual confusion here. Someone's being asked to find a calm and amicable solution to the conflict, whatever it might be. Okay? Someone needs to focus on healing the heart. All right? Emotional recovery and renewal after experiencing pain or loss. Restoring strength and well-being. Okay, so that's kind of the direction to take. It sounds like this seemed very difficult, and someone might have like a public platform, or someone is, you know, having to defend themselves, and maybe sometimes like it's about the war, not so much the battles. All right, we're going to do Pisces next. I have a vibe check, checking in to see if someone is legit or not. This is for, yeah, Pisces. Making sure on the same level, good vibes only. All right, kissing and telling is going back in the deck. All right, turning over a new leaf, a fresh start, adopting a new positive way of living, a deep personal change, cashing in, seizing the moment, scary moments that do not last long. Okay, unexpected challenges, maybe a period of disorder. I feel like someone's going to take advantage of an opportunity. It could be a bumpy ride. But I feel like this is good news, regardless. Something you've been waiting for arrives. There could be unexpected challenges when it comes to turning over this new leaf, the cashing in, and the good news. I feel like there is this messy breakup, though, right? It's either you going through the messy breakup, or this is something coming in as it relates to a messy breakup. Maybe you have one and you're like, I'm turning over a new leaf, and, you know, you're only allowing the yin to your yang to enter your life. There's lingering drama when it comes to this breakup. This power couple, though, is influential, okay? A dynamic duo, if you will. Ambitious partner. About to make a significant impact. Okay, we have public confrontation here. So this could be online, openly addressing and confronting issues. Airs out issues so others can witness, and it intensifies. We have love blossoms. Someone may have ignored the red flags. We have sinking feeling here. And then we have a no-show. All right, what's this? Romance deepens and flourishes beautifully. Right conditions to thrive. And then we have refusing to see the truth. We have makes up excuses, blinded by love, wears rose-colored glasses. And then we have sinking feeling. Bad hunch about somebody. Proves to be true. Sense of dread or anxiety. Worrisome realization and a bit of foreboding. Maybe somebody thought that they were in a power couple dynamic and it's really messy. And then there's these empty promises, this no-show energy. Non-committal, burnt bridges, and a disappointment. Okay, so this is, I'm sorry, yeah. Someone's a social butterfly here. And then I have a taboo attraction. Attracted to something or someone who's off limits, forbidden love. Exciting but dangerous and risky love. And then the social butterfly says thriving in social circles, enjoys interacting with others, and they're popular and charming. Okay. You have a shared vision and your era. Partnering with others who share your dreams. Beautiful. Right? A sense of alignment. Working together. A shared purpose. And then we have your era. Talks about your time is here. End of a struggle is near. You're going to rise up and stand in your power. So whatever this was, I feel like it was a catalyst for your growth, your self-worth, your initiation into power, your personal power claimed. It's like reclaiming your magic, creating a beautiful reality with it. Yeah, a catalyst. Look at the catalyst, bottom of the deck. I was getting that energy. A spark that lit the flame. Person who initiated change for you. Setting everything in motion. It was the key. Nice. All right. Enjoy that throne. Okay, enjoy that throne. All right, you guys, I'm going to stop there. I feel like we've gotten everybody covered here. It's a long video, so I'll see if I can add chapters, if I can figure it out, so you can jump just to your zodiac sign. So, all right, I will see you in the next reading. And yeah, comment with your sign. All right, so I know that you saw it and you heard it. That would be much appreciated. All right, you guys, thank you for supporting the channel. Give me a like, a follow, and a share. And I'll see you on the next reading. Bye now.